Okay, we're back again, and today we're still doing Unit 7 on shopping, and this is for Wednesday, April 23rd, and this is your part 1. Once again, you can reach me at angelamonroe1@gmail.com, or for those of you who are on our group WhatsApp, you can also message me there. All right. So the first thing we want to do today is we want to cover the homework that was assigned in our workbook. So let's using your student your workbook, not your student book, the white one. We're going to go over the answers to page 80 and 81. Okay? So, besides homework, our objectives for today are we're going to check our homework. And we're going to have more practice Okay, and we're going to do some more of comparing two things. We started that on Monday, so we're going to do some more of that. Okay, so those are our objectives for today. So now turn to page 81 in your student book, and it says complete the conversations. So number 1 says the striped sofa is big, but the black sofa is bigger. We added the ER, right? So number 2, the gray stove looks good, but the white stove looks, we don't say gooder, because that's not a word in English. We're going to say better. But the white stove looks better. Okay. Number 3, the white refrigerator is heavy, but the gray refrigerator is heavier. Now remember, for heavier, we change the Y to an I and add ER. Okay? And that's how we know how to spell that one. Number 4, the plaid chair is comfortable, but the check chair is, we wouldn't say comfortabler. That's even hard to say. We're going to say more comfortable. Okay? So that's how we would say those. So you can pause your video and go back and make any corrections. And also you can practice reading those sentences aloud. And then join me when you're finished, and we'll continue with part 2. Okay, so we're going to complete these conversations similar to what we did above, except the sentences are just longer. Why does that keep switching? Okay. Which chair is more comfortable, right? We don't say comfortabler. We say more comfortable. The blue chair or the red chair? I don't know, but the blue chair is prettier. Okay, so pretty is P-R-E-T-T-Y, so it ends in a Y. So we're going to change the Y to an I and add ER. So it's prettier. I like the pattern and the color. I do too. It's more expensive. Okay? not expensive or I can't even say that because it's not a word, but we're going to say more expensive, right? Okay. Don't worry about the price. This is a thrift shop. Everything is cheaper, right? Cheaper. And remember, a thrift shop is a secondhand store, meaning everything there has been owned before and it's being resold. Okay, so it's cheaper than a department store. Right. Well, the red chair is bigger than the blue chair. Remember, for bigger, we double the G's. We don't just add the ER. And then the blue chair, it's heavier too. Why? Okay, heavy ends with a Y, so we take away the Y, we put in an I, and then we add the ER. I want the blue chair. Okay, let's ask about the price. Okay, so go ahead and make any corrections that you need to make. And also, once again, you can stop your video and practice asking and answering with someone. If you don't have someone to practice with, just practice reading aloud and then come back and we'll move on to page 81 together. Okay, so we're now on page 81 and we're going to listen to the QR code. So you can, I'm going to play it here, but you can also scan it with your phone if you can't hear well and you want to play it at home. So let's go ahead and scan that and listen. Let's try it one more time, guys. Sorry. All right. I think, yeah, there we go.
Page 81, exercise 3. Track 25. 1.
Which table is bigger?
The dining room table is bigger. 2. Which chairs are smaller?
The red chairs are smaller.
Okay, so we would write the red chairs are smaller, right? Let's listen for number 3.
3. Which appliance is more expensive? The refrigerator is more expensive.
Okay, the refrigerator is more expensive. Okay, let's go to number 4.
4.
Which desk is older? The blue desk is older.
The blue desk is older. All right.
5.
Which sofa is longer?
The green sofa is longer.
The green sofa is
6.
oh,
Which lamp is shorter?
The black lamp is shorter.
okay. The black lamp is shorter. All right. So if you needed to listen to that again, that's fine. Otherwise, go ahead and stop your video if you need to, and make any corrections. Okay, my picture larger there for a minute. So let's look at the picture on page 81 and talk about it. It looks like they're having maybe a sale, or they got some things on sale. What does it say? Why are they on sale? It says moving soon. So the store may be moving, and they're trying to not move as many things, so they're having them on sale. So they have some tables for sale, and it says the kitchen table is for 4 people, and the dining room table is for 8 people. So which is bigger? The dining room table, because it seats 8 people, right? And the same thing with the sofa. They have a green sofa for 6 people and a white sofa for 3 people. So which one is bigger? The green sofa, right? So in the next column, they have appliances for sale. Which one is cheaper? The stove or the refrigerator? The stove is cheaper. It's $200. So the refrigerator is $250. So that's $50 more. And the desk, the blue desk, it was made in 2010, and the silver desk is in 2016. So which desk is newer? The silver desk, right? It's 6 years newer. And in the next column, we have some red chairs for children and white chairs for the kitchen. So which chairs would be bigger? Probably the white chairs for the kitchen, because if they're for children, they're probably smaller, right? And then we see 2 lamps. Which lamp would you put on a table? The black table lamp, right? And the other one would sit on the floor, maybe beside a chair. You wouldn't need a table. It would sit on the floor. Okay, so now we're done with the with your workbook. You can put that away. Okay, so go ahead and get out your student book, the blue book, and I want you to turn to page 87. What's all this? We're on page 87. All right. Talk with a partner and change the bold words to make a conversation. So I'm going to demonstrate how I want you to do that. Oh, I've got a helper here, and we're going to demonstrate how to do part B. So we see 4 pictures. We see a dining table, a kitchen table, a desk lamp, and a floor lamp. And what they want you to do is substitute the words that are in bold for the ones that are numbered in the in 2 through 10. Number 1's done for you. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do the first one. Which table is heavier?
The dining table is heavier.
Right? Which table is smaller?
The kitchen table is smaller.
Which table is more expensive?
The dining table is more expensive.
Which table is taller?
The kitchen table is taller.
Yes. Which table is wider?
The dining table is wider.
Which lamp is shorter?
The desk lamp is shorter.
Which lamp is more beautiful?
The desk lamp is more beautiful.
That's a trick question, because that all depends on what you like. You could think that the floor lamp is more beautiful. So, kind of a trick question. Either one is right. Okay, which lamp is cheaper?
The floor lamp is cheaper.
Which lamp is, we don't say gooder, we say which lamp is better. And once again, She don't know because it could be either one. It depends on what you need it for. If you need to see while you're writing at a table, you want a table lamp, or if you need to see while you're sitting in a chair, you may want a floor lamp. So either one of those answers could be right. Which lamp is larger?
The floor lamp is larger.
The floor lamp is larger. Okay, so now that you know how to do it and you've heard it practiced, go ahead and practice with someone. And if not, just go ahead and read them out loud to yourself for practice. And then once you've practiced that, come back and we will move on to part 3. Okay, so one thing I want to remind you is when you're using the word which, like in the questions, you're asking about a specific item or person. Okay, so when somebody says which, it's a specific item or a specific person. So if I said, which of my children is a boy? Colby is a boy, so that would be a person, right? And then the items we just asked about on page 87 would be, we talked about furniture, and those are items, and we asked about specific items, like which one is heavier or smaller, right? But we can also use it to talk about which person, right? I can say, which person has been in class longer? Which person in class is older? So you can see how we can talk about an item or a person when we're asking which, okay? All right. So some other useful language that they are talking about on page 87 is in the blue bubble. They said the dining table is heavier, right? Because it's bigger and stuff than that little kitchen table. But when we're comparing two things, we can say the dining table is heavier than the kitchen table. When we use than, we're comparing them together, and but we're also telling what we're comparing them to. Because we know that if we're saying the dining room table is heavier, well, heavier than what? Right? So if we want people to know what we're talking about, we can say it's heavier than the kitchen table. So that lets you compare the two items. So let's go ahead and look at part 3. Whoa, people. And it says communicate. We're going to compare the furniture in each store window. There's Perry's Thrift Shop and Greg's Used Furniture Mart. Now, when it says thrift shop and used furniture, all of it has been owned before, so it's going to sell for cheaper than if you went to a furniture store or a mall or any of those places. It's going to be cheaper because somebody has owned it before. So we see a chair at Perry's and we see a chair at Greg's. Which one is more expensive? Which chair is more expensive? The green chair is more expensive, right? It's $95, and the brown chair is only, I think, $79, right? Which desk is bigger? Which desk is bigger? The desk at Greg's Used Furniture is bigger, right? Which lamp is taller? Which lamp is taller? It's going to be the lamp at Perry's Thrift Store because it's a floor lamp, so it's really tall, right? Which table is longer? Which table is longer? The one at Perry's Thrift Shop is longer. So you can, if you have somebody to talk to, you can ask about like, which chair do you like? The brown chair or the green chair? Which lamp would you like? The short table lamp or the tall floor lamp? And which one do you think is prettier? Okay, you can practice using some of the questions that we did up in part B to use them for your down there if you have somebody to practice with. Okay, so now we're coming to the end of part 1 of the video for today, and I need you to go ahead and write your comments in the section so you get credit for having watched this video, and then I'll see you in part 2.